now.
Hello, everyone. Turtwig.
Woo!
Hello and welcome. You know the drill by now. Harry, what do you think of Turtwig?
Turtwig is a pretty great Pokemon. It's probably the worst Sinnoh starter in my opinion, but it's pretty cute. It's returning to that like sphere of Bulbasaur, I guess. And its top of its head looks like the trees you cut down in the game. But yeah, I like Turtwig.
It's very reminiscent of Bulbasaur, the sort of kind of growing from there, or there's something growing from it sort of vibe and the whole sort of shape.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I think, I don't know, compared to Bulbasaur, I think it's not too similar. I think the fact that Bulbasaur is a bit more wider, whereas this, in terms of proportions, the head's a lot bigger, which makes it look pretty cute. Harry, do you want to score it first?
Fuck it, I'll give it a 5. Why not? Start Sinnoh by overscoring everything.
I'll agree with that 5. Turtwig's the one I've always chosen.
Damn, I'm gonna go for a 4. It's a strong design, but I do like the shell at this point. But yeah, no, it's a 4 from me.
Good color combo. Grotle though.
Let's it down. I mean, really, yeah. I just don't particularly like Grotle. Luckily, if you're running like, I think Turtwig evolves quite soon. Like first gym, obviously you'll have Grotle by, and you'll probably have Torterra by like the 3rd or 4th gym.
Yeah.
So you don't have to put up with this one for too long, like most ones. But I don't know. It's more pronounced, like the dinosaurness, and it's starting to foreshadow what Torterra is going to become. But this looks kind of goofy, and it being like purely a grass type kind of sucks. I think I'll give it a 3.
I'll agree with that. I think Ivysaur was better, honestly.
Yeah, I'll also go 3. I think is the sort of weird jaw spikes that are just a little off-putting. Well, that's off-putting. I don't like that sort of design.
I kind of like the spikes. I don't know. It's just the rest of it's kind of bland, and the body shape's not amazing. It's kind of blobby. But anyway, he comes back though. Comes back around in a big way. This is Venusaur as he should have been.
See, I don't really like this design. I think it's sort of in that weird kind of mouth and eye that just doesn't quite do it for me. And I think the proportions weird me out really. That it looks not. I mean, it looks big, but not big that's the size of a tree growing on the top of it. I don't know. The proportions just feel a bit off to me, and the way those spikes seem to be not going down the middle of his back from this angle. I
always like that. It looks like that. Because it's got this continent theme going on, right? And it's got a ground typing as well. It's like tectonic plates just like bursting out of the ground. I always kind of like that sort of off-center asymmetrical look to Torterra, and I think he's got a very imposing presence. Harry, what do you think?
I think I do like I like Torterra. I mean, I think it's a 4 from me. Again, I think I prefer the Venusaur kind of design against this. The kind of steely element. It looks like it's got like elements that would like suggest perhaps the steel type. But obviously, the grass ground combo makes sense. I think perhaps because when I got Pokemon Diamond, which is like the first Pokemon game I'd ever even heard of, let alone kind of played, all my friends kind of got it at the same time, and I went for Chimchar, which meant my rival in the game, who I named after my friend at the time, and they both had Empoleon, and they were like more experienced, they were better than me. And then my other friend had Torterra, and he was a lot worse at the game. So like I've always kind of just thrashed Torterra. Like, I've never really seen it as a threat. The Pokemon movie, Detective Pikachu, uses Torterra in like a really bad way. Maybe that's kind of left a mark on him. But yeah, I think a 4 is fair for
Torterra. I'm gonna go for a 3 again, but it's a low 3. I preferred the look of Grotle.
I don't know. I think I can't not give him a 5 just because of familiarity reasons. I really like the dinosaur vibe they're sort of going for.
Okay, this is the boy. Right. It's a Chimchar. My internet is a bit dodgy, so sorry if I cut out at any point. The Chimchar. Yeah, I got Chimchar, and I nicknamed him Chimmy in all caps. So when I had like a level 100 Inferno that I got without like cheating or anything, I actually had the enough time in my life to get a Pokemon to level 100. Yeah, just called Chimmy, all caps. But yeah, Chimchar. I mean, it's a fire monkey. Fire, like obviously, nothing else to say.
He's quite cheeky.
I like the noise it makes as well. It's pretty cool. The only problem with it is first gym's a rock gym, so you got to get it to Monferno before you hit that first gym. Otherwise, you're kind of fucked. But once you get Monferno and Mac Punch, you're good to go.
I like the way it sort of looks like it's got red eyeshadow, and that's a sassy position they're in there. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'll give it a low 5.
I think normally I'm not a fan of monkeys, right? I've said that before, but this line is probably the best monkey line in the series, since
they haven't really used like too many monkeys at this point. I feel like when in the next game they have the Elemental monkeys, it becomes
yeah, that's kind of overdoing it, and they're not that great. And Apom's kind of alright, but this is just a very cute little design. I feel like it's got the same color and tail as like Charmander, but I feel like with the body and the hands being different colors, they make it a bit more interesting. So I'm giving him a 4.
I like the little note there that even rain can't extinguish the fire. So if Chimchar was a Charmander, it would be immortal.
Monferno.
Okay, so I really like Monferno. I mean, firefighting has obviously been like spammed a bit much now, but at the time this was only the second firefighting starter. Yeah, obviously, like I said, you get Monferno very early on. It carries you through the first couple of gyms. That Mac Punch, which is a great move. I like the blue element. Like it's not got too many things to suggest it's a fighting type. Sorry, but it just looks a bit meaner. Again, I really like the noise it makes. Monferno's a 5 from me, but this is all just nostalgia. So I have no my opinions hold like no fucking no weight. Like I have no objective way of analyzing Monferno's design or anything.
I think you bring up some good points. The blue and the white of the collar make it pop a little bit more, especially the gold that comes in as well. But yeah, I don't think it's too busy or too powerful. But it looks like it's going somewhere. It's probably one of the better mid stages. I'm going to give them a 4.
See, for me, the sort of blue with the red nose do make it too busy for me, especially with the way the eyes look kind of weirdly glued on over the top. Like they're keeping the same color as the rest of it, but there's no color around that. They just I don't know. There's something in that face that doesn't fully work for me. So I think I'll drop to a 3.
Fair enough. Well, there are some monkeys that have strange looking faces. Infernape.
Yeah.
Very cool design. Very cool design.
Tony, what did you give Chimchar?
A 4.
Or what did you give Infernape?
Infernape, I think I might also give it a 4. Again, not a fan of monkeys, but I like that it's a very what is it, a Sun Wukong inspired design from that ancient poem or whatever it is, and I think the gold really works well. It looks like almost like an armor of some kind. But I don't know, not a big monkey fan, so I think just a 4.
That's fair enough. I mean, for me, Infernape, it's in maybe my top kind of 3 or 4 Pokemon of all time. Not just for nostalgia though. I think it's genuinely a great Pokemon. You got that firefighting combo, running like close combat, can learn Shadow Claw. Oh, it's just great. I love Infernape so much. I mean, it might just be because every time I play Gen 4, which is like once a year for some reason, I always have to pick Chimchar. I just can't bring myself to pick any of the other ones. Infernape's great. Like you said, the gold is like really cool. I love again that the noise it makes is when you bring it out. I think its animation's quite cool, and its back sprite and its front sprite. It kind of does a little leap. And he's kind of got he's hunched. You know, he's ready for a fight. He's pretty sick. Yeah, Burnip's a 5 definitely.
Yeah, I like the as you say before, sort of gold accents on it, and it's quite cool the way it sort of got that fire sort of crown now, fire moving up from the tail to the head. Has 5 fingers.
It's quite rare in Pokemon.
Yeah, it looks especially weird on the sort of toes that are pointing towards the camera in this. It looks like there's too many, but there's 5. Yeah, I think it's going to be a high 4 from me. It could end up with 5 with some convincing, but I think just a high 4 for now.
Fair enough. On to Piplup.
Mm-hmm.
This is the cutest of this gen. So this is definitely my second choice. But I've also kind of got to hate it because my rival always picked it. But no, Piplup's very cute. I think Dawn had it in the anime. Yeah, it's just a cute little penguin, and I really like this entire line. I kind of wish it was from a different gen because then I definitely would have picked it. But yeah, Piplup, very cute. Can learn Peck quite early on as well, I think.
Yeah, so I picked Piplup as my first when I was playing through this generation, because I felt it was the best looking design, and I do usually pick the water ones. Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah, again, round head. I love that its sort of feathers look like a sort of hoodie type thing, as well as this crown coming in sort of very subtly in the design. I think the Gen 4 designs really work well compared to like earlier ones that like I don't know, Charmander, that were just like a bit too simple. But this just brings in enough little details here and there, a little bit of color contrast to just really make it a great design. 5. You ready to move on?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Prinplup. I don't know. I don't think it's as good as Monferno. I think it's a bit chubby, I guess. But I think that kind of makes sense for what it's going for.
Yeah, I mean it's a penguin. They are kind of like that.
Yeah.
So I don't see any problems there. I really like the way the sort of beak and not sure what you'd really call those yellow kind of
like eyebrows, I guess, but they kind of blend into its hair. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's kind of like what Hariyama had.
It's meant to be like a prince, isn't it? So like it's it's like a crown, but it's not all there. Because Napoleon has kind of full crown.
Kind of get a waistcoat going in. Yeah.
Yeah, but I really like the way they sort of work, and there's a sort of impactful color as well, and I like the eyes have a lot of character as well, I'd say. And the sort of colouring around the face, the lighter blue that sort of has this almost like mask-like quality. I think it's probably one of the best sort of middle evolutions we've seen.
It's quite good. I think just this line is very strong overall. I'll give it a 4.
I think a 4 is fair.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 4.
Empoleon, I feel like this is a really strong design.
Yeah, this is really cool. The way the blues kind of become blacks, and then like the kind of crown thing that was starting from Blood kind of fully comes in. I really like the 3 like kind of spikes coming from it. I guess I know, Tony, you like Pokemon that looks fast, and I think Empoleon's kind of got that sleek design. Bring in the water steel combo as well, I think is really cool. I don't know if it works entirely, but what they were trying to do, I feel like, was almost have 2 kind of circles with water, fire, grass, and then ground, fire, steel.
Yeah. So they build in a counter almost. So Empoleon is always fucking destroyed by Torterra's earthquake, but Empoleon burns a lot of ice type moves that they're quad weak to. So it's interesting what they do with that. I just think this is a very imposing design, very sleek. There's one of the Pokemon Ranger games where you swim on an Empoleon, and it looks really cool. And I like the name pun, as they've been making these sort of almost like a regal start to this line, ending on like a Napoleon themed penguin, Emperor Penguin. It's really cool. Very smart. I'll give it a 5.
Yeah, I was surprised because I remember not really liking the look of the design in the game, but seeing it now, like, yeah, I, yeah, this is a much more powerful design than I remember. I think it's
Mm.
partially because I felt that steel typing sort of shot it in the foot of what I was kind of using it for, I think. So
Mm.
it just felt a bit like it sort of tethered it, made it more of a special use Pokemon than it sort of had been as a just sort of more versatile water type. And I think
Mm.
that's where a lot of my feeling for not particularly liking this Pokemon came from. But seeing it now, yeah, it's a very strong design.
Mm. Very cool then. We moving on to Starly?
What did you guys
Uh,
give Empoleon?
I gave
yeah,
it a
well,
5.
yeah, I'm also gonna go for 5.
Harry?
Okay, so I know you guys but I get a 5 as well. I know
Okay.
you guys like to hate on the birds, but Starly really is for me. It was the first bird type Pokemon I saw. You know, it's like a cute bird. What else is there to say? You know, first Pokemon I pretty much always catch because this is maybe my favorite line of the kind of basic birds because of how cool Staraptor is. So yeah, I'll give Starly a 4.
Mm.
Mm. I can't...
I'll go for 3, but I hear what you're saying because I think that's why I like Talos so much. Is like that's the bird that I'm used to.
Yeah, it's your bird.
But yeah, I do agree. We've got some fun times ahead though with this line.
Yeah, I think I'll go a 3 as well. Although I do think black and white is a much more striking color combo than, I don't know, whatever color Pidgey is. So forgettable brown. Anyway, yeah, quite good. Staravia, I like what they do with this line. The emotional arc is quite fun. Look at these little. He looks like a bit rebellious with that little like teenage sort of quiff in his hair. I like
think
that. I like
for
that.
me, Staravia might be the weakest of the line, just because it doesn't bring in an additional type. I mean, actually none of them bring in an additional type, but it feels like Staraptor should be a fighting type. But yeah, Staravia, I don't know. I think it's the fact that it's a long way between Staravia and Staraptor, and by that time you find so many wild Staravias that are like slightly like just a few levels underneath yours. They kind of that always like annoyed me. So I was like, why did I even bother catching a Starly and leveling them up? Didn't need to do that. Yeah, it kind of it doesn't bring too much in until it's Staraptor, so I'll probably give it a 3. It's not a bad Pokemon at all, but it's my least favorite of the line for sure.
Jono?
I'll give it a 4. I feel I like the character it sort of gives and the sort of hair.
I see the appeal. Our boy Staraptor though. God, look at that. Look at that emo swish to his hair. Looks very, very powerful.
What score did you give Staravia, Tony?
3, I think.
Yeah.
I think for the longest time I always thought this was a fighting type, because when it evolves it learns close combat, and it just looks like a fighting type. And it's got a normal typing that it could definitely lose. But Staraptor's so cool. I mean, it's just the dyed red hair. Just the fact that this generation's like third evolutions were just like a bit mean. Maybe it's a bit edgy. Like I think I normally run Infernape, who comes from like the cute Chimchar, and then this comes from the cute Starly, and then the cute Shinx becomes Luxray. Like I felt like this gem was like, okay, the third evolution's quite edgy. But yeah, Staravia.
Well, that's
The fact that the basic bird in this game becomes this fucking cool, I'm like, it's definitely a vibe for me. I love Staraptor.
It's definitely worth it for the line. Just black, white, red, and yellow. That's a good color combo. They should make a show out of that.
I think one of the things that helps this bird is I feel they had more of an idea of what they sort of wanted from it, because it's well, I remember the feeling it's very much just you put it in to do a lot of heavy hitting and then it kind of immediately dies. It's a sort of kamikaze type Pokemon, and at least I think that's this one. It sort of feels like they had an idea of really what they wanted to make this bird be, at least somewhat interesting and unique.
I think the combo of like
the others are lacking.
Brave bird and close combat make this like quite a suicidal Pokemon.
Yeah,
you lot a lot of self damage and lowering defense, but it does kind of pack a lot of punch as well.
I will give it a 4. And look at that! Look at the name, Star combined with Raptor. You cannot get a cooler name than that. That's a great name. Anyway,
I'm also going to give it a 4. Yeah.
are we ready?
Oh my god.
Oh, Harry, what are you giving to Raptor?
I scored it.
Okay.
Get
Are we
it
ready
right.
to move on?
It's Bidoof time. Look at that plump mouse.
Nothing can
Bidoof
perturb it.
It's just
Nothing.
It's just a 5. Nothing more, nothing less. Bidoof is a 5.
I'm sorry that I am just gonna give it a 3. I enjoy that there's this feeling around Bidoof, but
It has become a meme, but I think
Yeah.
that's on the basis of its incredibly strong design, though.
I just think it's because it's a HM slave. It's the go-to HM slave, but
Yeah.
really it's just the kind of like sort of middling design of, to be fair, just like Rattata, just like, yeah, it's beaver.
I don't know. Rattata is just kind of like, okay, it's a rat, but it's kind of mad, I guess, and it's purple. Whereas this, there's so much dopiness that they crammed into this design with those buck teeth, its weird pudgy body, all the frills around it that look kind of like a beard. It's like this weird like gopher, like, I don't know, like in the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games, right? Again, that's my fucking catchphrase for this series. Bidoof, he's just a really funny character in that, and I think that resonates with his design really well. He just looks like he gets into trouble, bites off more than he can chew, but has a fucking happy-go-lucky attitude the whole time. I feel like he deserves a 5. He's earned it. He's working hard. Harry,
Yeah.
what have you slapped on Bidoof?
I'm going first, Tony. I don't know if you're hearing me. Yeah, I gave it a 5.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Any last words for Bidoof?
Let's move on to B-Barrel, because I feel like B-Barrel loses it.
B-Barrel kind of sucks.
It's a good HM slave, like you said. You can teach it like Surf and Waterfall if you want, bringing in that additional typing, which I kind of like. I like that it's just a large Pokemon so it can float. That's kind of the idea of the other water typing. But yeah, I think if Bidoof had the cult of personality around it, it made it a 5. But B-Barrel just is a very ordinary Pokemon. I give a 3.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it kind of reminds me of Quagsire, right? Especially with that water type that comes in.
Quagsire is so dopey though. Like,
but
Bidoof's
but
got
Quagsire
too much
is
going
just
on for Quagsire.
Quagsire is like a way better version of this sort of similar body shape, similar dopey atmosphere, which makes me kind of hate B-Barrel. So I'm giving him a 2.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I'm sticking with a 3 just because it's just Bidoof but sitting upright. I think maybe it's got a bigger tail now, but like it's just Bidoof but sitting upright.
Harry, you know what you were saying of how this gen has the like quintessential like cute to edgy 3-stage line, like quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if B-Barrel. All right, I'm pitching this design to Nintendo. You're Mr. Game Freak, okay? B-Barrel, 3rd evolution, B-Barian, right? And it's like incredibly swole.
Or that eye becomes just like a black mask, and it becomes like a water dark type. It's like a thief.
That works too. All right. That's enough with that line. I really like Kricketune. Very cute.
For like a standard bug type, I mean they're normally quite average, but I think this one it does have that Q factor for it. I think I'll give it a 3 just because I'd never give it a second thought in the games. But I can't lie, it's a very good design.
I think it's very smart of them to take crickets, which are known for their music, and then sort of blend that into the design, making it look almost like a composer of some kind, right? With that high frilled collar and lines across the stomach. Very cute. I'll give it a 4.
Yeah, I do quite like that. Yeah, that collar look. It's sort of. I mean, I'm getting more of like a kind of vampire vibe than the sort of almost red cloak it has around it. But yeah, no, I'll go for 3. I guess as well those the sort of antennas coming out of it are sort of they're kind of shaped like some of the symbols you have in music.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's not the best picture for it. I think it is more like that. But Kricketune
Alright.
is very cool as well.
You ready for the most annoying sound in the game? Can anyone recreate that sound, or should we put it in post?
I can't remember. Wait, I'm gonna YouTube it and hold it up to my mic because I can't remember Kricketune.
Okay. You will get numb flashbacks when you hear its cry in the games.
Or I do, but I don't think I remember it being that bad. Right.
Come
I
on.
don't think I've seen it before.
Oh my god.
Really?
that's
Dilly
kind of
dilly
got-
dilly woo.
It's a sort of weird thing kind of kept on from the original Pokemon cries having to be like 8-bit tunes that all of these Pokemon just sound like
demonic.
computers. Yeah.
That sounds like an alien beast.
Okay, that's made me like it less. But I like the giant tash. I like that its arms are essentially like what would you say they are? Are they like what you play like a violin with? I don't fucking know. It's the bug comes out.
Is that called a bow? Something like that.
Yeah, the bug comes out a lot more in it. But yeah, I kind of like Kricketune. Maybe a little bit too much dick going on, but a 3, I'd say.
I'd agree with a 3. I like its body shape being shaped like a stringed instrument of some kind.
I think I am gonna go for 1 just because the shape of the body just disgusts me. Or like
he is like a bit of a weirdo. But I don't know. There's kind of a charm to that.
To be a loot that I'm like,
Yeah.
right, you can have a belly that size, but you can't have it on a neck that thin when your arms are sticks. Like, I guess because it is trying to be a bug, but it just feels too. I don't know. It just
It's very alien.
like I look at the face and I'm like that's all right, and then I look at the body like without anything, and I'm like, oh, it's neat. It kind of looks like a lute or a violin, and then I look at the combination of it all. I'm like, no, take it away.
I mean, yeah, there's something alien about it, definitely, as bugs always do look, especially the bright red color. But I don't know, that's kind of a charm to Kricketune. It is a shame that early bugs are so useless that I've just always just heard that sound and killed it, and that's been my only interaction with Kricketune. We moving on to Shanks.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Before I play
What a
that
cute
second.
design.
Shinx is very cute. Yeah, it's cool. It's like, what if stars were electricity? It's a little dog thingy. And there's the back half of it, it's foreshadowing what's to come. Yeah, Shinx is a pretty solid 4. I think it's a must-have on a Sinnoh team as well. I think the good thing about this gen is a lot of the best Pokemon actually can be caught early on. So I think Shinx is an early one, and then Gibble's pretty early. If you're picking up Bidoof as a HM slave and Starly, you've pretty much got most of your team already. Yeah. So yeah, Shinx, pretty solid.
I really like it as well. I think the good color balance is there. I like when they make electric types that aren't just all yellow. Instead, it uses yellow as like a highlight. It's very cute. I'm actually almost considering giving it a 5. So, but I think this is a very good line. I just never use it that much, which is a shame. Because electric types don't have, I don't know, that much use to me. I'll stick with the 4 for now. Johnny?
I think I'm trying to remember if I had this as one of my party or not. I mean, I'll see when we go into what it evolves into. But I'm not really sold on the design. I don't really like the way it looks like it's wearing black trousers. That sort of, I don't know. Like, you can have a mixture of colours, but when you have such a solid line like that, it just feels kind of off. And I think that I don't know. It makes the design feel too busy with color for me for what it's doing.
I feel like it's
I'll go for a 3.
I feel like it's kind of like a battery, right? I don't know, something about it. It works. It works for me. Luxio.
That's a very unflattering photo of Luxio.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I feel like you could do it a bit
It's not
better.
a great Pokemon anyway.
Yeah, I would just give it a 3. I'm not a massive fan of the mane. It looks a bit awkward, but you can tell it's going somewhere. Going somewhere real cool.
Yeah, I like
This
the black furs kind of coming out into it more for Luxray. I think I'll also give it a 3.
This Pokemon is not found, lol. Error 404. Anyway.
I'll also give it a 3.
Luxray. Damn, that's a cool ass design. Damn. I knew
And
it was
you know
coming.
why it is? It's because it's not wearing black pants anymore.
Yeah, it's now.
They've learned you don't want a straight line there like that throughout the belly.
Now it's got
interesting shapes.
A cool like rocker outfit. Damn, that's cool. I knew it was coming, and I'm still blown away. I'm giving it a 5. Look at it.
Yeah, I think a 5 is fair. I think Luxray is one of the cooler electric type Pokemon. It's definitely. I always feel like it should have a dark typing as well, because one of its best moves is kind of the bite move. It learns bite early on and then crunch, and then Thunder Fang. I think you can learn Fire Fang as well. So it always feels like you should get that as same type attack bonus with the crunch.
Yeah, seeing Luxray, I am pretty sure it was part of my party. I think I'll give it a 4, but it's a high 4.
Yeah, look at that subtle red hidden in the eyes. It's like if Scar wasn't a bitch ass buster. Instead, what if he was actually cool? And I'm like, yeah, that really works. Budu, very cute.
I think if you scroll down, Tony, it's Budu's got the great thing of them taking a Pokemon from another gen and deciding to flesh it out by making it a full line, which I think this gen did quite a lot actually. I mean, obviously the other gens did, but this is one of my favourite ones. I think Budu is very sweet. I think it's a pretty solid 3-star for me. But I love how it kind of leads into this line ultimately.
Yeah, I will give it a 4. It's just round. Kind of looks like it's holding its arms above its head. Very cute.
I'm gonna give it a 2. I don't know. I think it's the way the sort of things are growing around like that have just felt slightly off to me, and the colouring has just feel off for it instead of becoming becoming Roselia.
Do you remember Budu's noise?
No.
I always remember the Do you mean to play Budu's cry?
Yeah, sure. That's what this is gonna be. This one is gonna be. Oh yeah, of course.
Little mouse.
Yeah, it's very
cute.
squeaky.
Very cute. I like its face as well. Those little lines. Anyway, let's pick up the pace.
Okay, Roserade is sick. Okay, so
Roserade's real cool.
I think when we were talking about Roselia, I don't know how it's pronouncing it. Is it Roselia?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, it's good, but Roserade is amazing. This is like the grass type Curlier, basically, in its design. But it's got a little mask, that cheeky smile. I love the kind of white hair. I like Pokemon where they kind of like just pick a gender or like, okay, this is a male or female Pokemon in the way we're styling it. I don't know. I think a lot of the things I like about Roselia, I think it's Roselia, are a lot more pronounced in Roserade, and the grass poison combo is pretty. Yeah, I think this is a solid 5 from me. If I was to have a grass type in pretty much any gen, because I don't normally run one unless it's my starter, I think Roserade would be it.
Yeah, I think same. And yeah, I'll go for a 5. Yeah. But,
Doesn't Cynthia have one?
As Harry said.
I think she might do in one of. I think she might lose it, perhaps. Does she lose? She loses a Pokemon from Diamond and Pearl and then Platinum. She changes one of them up. I'm not sure if it is Roserade's the one that she. Oh no, Gastrodon she loses. So yeah, she does have it in both kind of versions.
Okay. Yeah, I really like. I agree with what you said. I think the white rose works really well. I'll give it a 5 as well. Let's get Roserade, the masquerade looking Pokemon, in the top list. Cranidos, also very cute.
I've given this a 5. Okay, I don't know why it's a 5, but there's something about its design that's very satisfying. The blue on the kind of grey, and the fact that
Yeah.
it's a fossil Pokemon. It's one of the cooler ones. I think it's just in Platinum. But the first gym leader who you fight, I think it's Rourke. He might have one. And
Yeah.
I remember thinking it's a very cool rock design.
Mhm.
And I do like when I do have a thing for the fossil Pokemon, like overrating them, even though I hardly ever use it. But Cranidos, I love the kind of headbutt design of it.
Mhm.
And I think its evolutions are very cool as well. I think I'm going to stick with the 5 that I gave it.
I'm going to give Cranidos a 4.
I'll go for a 3, but a high 3. I think. I don't know. It doesn't do much for me.
I mean, this is just,
Rampardos.
he's bigger, he's meaner. I remember there being some more red kind of incorporated in this design.
It's right
but
around
yeah,
the eyes.
I think I'll give it a 4.
It's a lot of spikes.
Yeah, I
on
feel like
random blue strips.
it's a bit too hunched for me. I get like it's a bit too stocky. Whereas I would have preferred it to be a bit like, I don't know, longer. Yeah, I get that it is just like a stronger Cranidos, which is normally what they go for with evolutions. But I don't know, I feel like it loses some of the charm. So I'll drop it down to a 3.
Yeah, I'll drop to a 2. Yeah.
Okay, Shieldon, pretty cute.
Yeah, it's another. I think it's the other fossil Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
I fucking hate what it evolves into, but yeah, it's very cute. I think I'll give it a 4. Why not? It's
Yeah, I'll also go for 4. I love the way the eyes are sort of poking under the mask.
Yeah. Again, very cool to have a shield-like Pokemon. I'll give it a 4. Bastiodon.
okay. We finally hit a Gen 4 Pokemon I don't like. It's just too much. Like I get what they're going for, but I don't know. Maybe it's those kind of eyes above it. I think its head is just a little bit too big. It kind of any kind of sprite of it, I always think it looks very goofy, and it doesn't look like a steel type as well. It's like at least I get what they're going for. The previous Pokemon kind of being a steel type, but this one it's a bit too dark for that for me. I'll probably give it a 2.
I don't know. I realize now, looking at it closely, like I always liked that its face was a big wall, right? But then looking at like Shieldon, right, and it's this medieval like buckler type shield, and then Bastodion is literally going for like a castle wall design as its face, with like little parapets and little crenellations along the top, and I really quite like that. So I'll give him a, I don't know, I'll give him a 3, but he's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm also gonna go for a 3. I think it does feel slightly wasted potential, but because there's good elements in there, but yeah, as a whole, it doesn't quite work out.
Burmy. Jono, is this one of the Pokemon we have to rate every version of?
No,
Okay.
You've just got Burmy.
Okay, well, we'll quickly look. That's the plant cloak, but this is what it looks like in sand, and this is what it looks like in. Oh, that's hideous. That's hideous. That's really bad. Let's not look at that again. But sandy. So it looks different depending on, is it where you catch it, right?
I have no idea. I've never got this. I
Some
sometimes
dumb
thought it
like
was
that.
like bringing in additional typing. I think it's a bad design. We've finally hit the Pokemon that I think aren't great. I think I'll give it a 2. Yeah, I think we're gonna come up to like a streak of a few bad ones.
I don't know.
It's difficult because I like the plant cloak look, but the other two are just not good.
Yeah.
Well, it
I'm
is
gonna
one
ignore
Pokemon
these
you're rating, so you gotta
shit
kind
ones.
of incorporate all
Yeah.
of them, I guess.
Yeah, so I think for a similar reason it would be down to a 2, but
Yeah, I
this
mean,
is a strong 3 with the plant cloak.
yeah, I like the gimmick that it's like it's like dangles from branches and it covers itself in leaves, right? But it's just so weak and useless. So I'm just gonna give it a 3. And these ones are like pretty
We
bad
have to
designs.
rate all of these ones.
You have to rate all of Wormadam, but not all of Burmy. Oh, fucking.
Yeah.
All right, plant cloak. It's just Doesn't look like anything.
I'll go for a 3. What did you give Burmy, Tony?
I give Burmy a 3.
Or would you give this?
2. It's just kind of feminine, which I get what they're going for, but it doesn't look like...
I'm going 2.
Doesn't look like I want it. I don't want it.
Alright, Sand Cloak.
Oh, that's kind of lumpy.
2. That's a 2.
Yeah, 2. Trash.
He kind of pulls it back with this one. I think this is
I feel
3.
like... No, I'll agree with that. Actually, no. Actually, yeah, fine. Why not?
I knew there was a different. I knew there was an additional typing. I see that it's got steel type.
Yeah.
I knew that there was something that changed with that.
So it vaguely pulls it back for me as well, but it pulls it back to a 2. So.
But onto Mothim. Mothim's kind of forgettable.
Does Mothim evolve from Burmy?
Look at how the line works. Okay, males become Mothim, whereas females go off and become the sack form or the bag form or whatever. So I don't know. Mothim, it's cute enough, I guess, but
it's a very average Pokemon. I think it's a 3.
Yeah. I'll give it a 3.
Yeah, I'll go 3. Yeah.
Combi's cute.
Combi's really cute. I feel like that's a very, very smart idea for them to blend honeycomb and a bee together. Very cute.
I think
this is one where I feel like it's such a good design. I forget it came from this generation.
I will give it a 4.
Yep, 4.
Yeah, a 4 here as well.
Okay, Vespiquen though. Vespiquen, come on. This is a 5. This is so cool. Like, the fact that it's really hard to get, maybe, like, kind of makes me like it more. The fact that because only the female versions of Combi could evolve, and getting Combi was, like, really hard. Let alone, like, a female version of Combi. But I think it's great, the idea of the Queen Bee, the dress kind of being made out of, what do you call it?
Honeycomb. Yeah, that's very smart. Very smart.
I love the shape of it. It's got a core, as we guys love. We love a Pokemon with a core, and I think it's not that I'd ever use one, but I think it's just from its design alone. I think I'll give it.
Yeah, black and yellow, a very striking color combination. Bees just look cool in general, as they look in Hollow Knight. That bug zone, the hive looks really cool. I don't think I'd give it a 5 though. Oh, did I give it a 5? I'll give it a 4. I'll give it a 4.
Yeah, I'll also go for a 4. But I think I prefer Combi.
I think it's just a very royal design. That's pretty neat what they did. Pachirisu, it's the Pikachu.
This screams of Gen 3 to me. Just maybe in the fact that I don't think it evolves, and it just, I don't know. It very much feels like a Gen 3 Pokemon. And yeah, like you say, it's the Pikachu, and not many people are won over by like the new Pikachus, because they're so transparent. And this is a very annoying Pokemon for me. I think it's I give it a 3. I won't be that harsh.
Yeah, I'll go for 3.
I don't know. I'll go 3 as well. Actually, yeah. Weasel, a very cool looking Pokemon.
I love I love the color of it. The idea that it's like a water type Weasel, and then you have like the almost the floats, and it's very sleek. I mean, it's a fast Pokemon. It evolves into like a proper bastard. Like Floatzel just looks like a villain. And I used to hate Floatzel until I started using one. I've used one in my last 2 playthroughs of Sinnoh, because it's like maybe one of my favorite water types now. And Weasel's pretty solid. You can get it quite early on, I think, in Valley Windworks. I think I'll give it a 4.
I'll agree with a 4. I like that they've worked in the life preserver and that it swims by rotating its tails style from Sonic.
Miles Prout.
Yeah, the man, the myth, the legend. Very cool.
I'll also give it a 4. I especially like the head, but I've never been too keen on the like floating device look around its neck.
Floatzel. looks like it. He just looks evil. Something about the eyes and the mouth, and I think it's bright when it's got its arms open, and the animation of it bouncing around and the noise it makes. It's just like nasty. Like I feel like it's another Pokemon that probably should have a dark typing, because again it's got a lot of like biting type moves. That being said, it's very fast. It's very good. I like how it just gets wider, more like triangular. And he's got to go like a snake. The float's like a little snake round. I like Floatzel. I'm gonna give him a 5. He's won me over.
See, I don't like just the long blue flaps on the arms that just look like some sort of blue shard like exploded in a front and then embedded itself into the arms.
I feel like they're like fins, right? Which is I feel like it's neat for them to blur like a mammal like design with sort of fins, and they give it a bit of colour pop with that blue, yellow, and orange. I'm not a fan of the little like mascara type thing around the cheeks. I don't know. I feel like they could have done a bit more to make its posture a bit more imposing. I'll give it just a 3. Also, there you go.
I'll go for a 4.
Great.
Alright, for the next few, do you think we could speed it up? Because these ones, we're getting to the point now where there's a line of bangers. We got to get through like 10 or 15 kind of annoying, like average ones.
Yeah, Cherubi is a plant, and it's a Pokemon 420. I think that's pretty funny. It's pretty little,
cute,
pretty adorable.
It's Cherry with a smiley face. That's it.
But also kind of nothing. So give it just a 3.
3.
Give it just a 3.
I'm going 4 for the cuteness.
Give it just a 3.
Ew.
Okay. Wait. Pulls it back.
Hey.
Ew. Hey. One more time. No, we got it.
3. 3.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah, 3. I think Blossom's kind of better when they were doing the small like grass type Pokemon thing, but
also, the amount of time you actually see sunshine is so little.
yeah, like fucking never. Because why would you run like sunny day? It makes the thing you're weak to, fire, way stronger. Oh, Shellos. I prefer East Sea form is the blue one, which I prefer way better. Why is that such a low res image? That's not just me,
really
right?
Bad photo.
What the fuck? They've all been like really good, like nice clean lineup for the most part, and then East Sea just comes in like
Low
dopey,
res.
looking
It's
at
faced
like
the
a
wrong
fucking
way.
like a cryptic, like forbidden East Sea Shellos. It's like
This
Bigfoot.
Pokemon website is clearly endorsed by the East Sea Shellos gang.
I think
No, West
it's
Sea rather.
West Sea, yeah, West Sea.
Yeah.
I don't know. EC's pretty cute actually. I'm surprised you could make a Pokemon that's a sea slug. Let's repeat that. A sea slug. A big fucking. If you saw one in real life, you'd run away because it's a gross fucking thing.
Yeah.
This is really cute. Very flowy design.
I don't like Shellos. Like, I like the idea that there are 2 versions of it. But maybe it's because I don't like Gastrodon either. I think I'll probably give it a 2.
Yeah, I'm going for a 4. I think it's quite cute.
I'll give it just a 3. Gastrodon and West Sea. So we can imagine we see this and it's like 2 pixels big. Oh no, normal.
Can we go on the West Sea Gastrodon? Because I think the West Sea Gastrodon is the one Cynthia had. And is, I don't know, it feels like the face of Gastrodon. I think the colouring works better on West Sea. That being said, it's a water ground type that's not Quagsire, so I'm going to hate it. Because I hate that type. Because if you're running electric, you're like... I don't know. It always annoyed me. I just don't like it. I'm sorry. I'll give it another 2.
I'm going to go for 3.
Yeah, I feel like it looks quite... I don't know, for being a big slug, it's kind of imposing, but it's a bit too simple. I'll give it a 3. Ambipom.
Oh, this is way worse than I remember. Oh, the nose. No. 2.
Yeah, I'll go with a 2. Why is its fingies like that?
I'm going for a 1. I just don't like the others.
Yeah, the odd milk comes out of those parts.
I remember this looking better than it does.
Yeah, they could have done the design in a way that is better. So maybe that's it. Let's not spend too much time on Abipom. Drifloon though,
It's very, very cool. I love how you hear about it first through the little girl outside Ballywood Works. You can only catch it on a Friday, I'm pretty sure. The ghost balloon. It's got aftermath, which is a very annoying ability. But I think it's a cool idea. I'll give it a 3.
Yeah, I think that aftermath ability has just made me kind of hate them. But yeah, I'll also go for a 3.
Yeah, well, I'll go for a 4. I like that they work the cloud in as a little hair puff and that little cross for a nose. Very cute, very cute. Drifblim. Drifblim is another Pokemon that has a cry that I want to pull out because I feel like it's iconic. But I don't know. To talk about the actual design itself, I think it's pretty neat. It does look like it's bobbing in the wind. They nailed that definitely.
The bass.
It's so like warped. Imagine if you heard that sound and there was just a shadow around you because a Drifblim was above you. You'd piss yourself.
Did they change the cries between fucking Diamond and Pearl and then Platinum?
I don't know.
I seem to remember a different Drifblim cry. But, I don't remember it being that bad.
They used to have a really cursed Pikachu cry that they changed to be more like it's saying Pikachu, which is unfair because all the other Pokemon are still kept with their demonic like abyss screams, but Pikachu gets to be cute.
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind like Pikachu and Eevee. I know in the new games they just have to say their names, but I kind of like the cries they have.
That's fucking Hibiki from Symphogear being Eevee in the newer games. Alright, I'll give Drifloon a 3.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, 3.
Baneri
is very cute. I forgot how cute Baneri was. I used to have a little like stuffed toy of Baneri. I remember it's the first piece of Pokemon like merchandise I ever got, and I got it from America. But Baneri's a 5. I love Baneri. What am I talking about? I love it.
I'll give it a 4. Very fluffy. Looks like a friend.
No, I'll go for a 3. This feels like one of those vaguely forgettable designs.
Lads, you ready for another one of those eyebrow raised Pokemon? Lopunny.
Why did they make it so sexy?
Some people complain when they make Pokemon that are too hot. I say those people are cowards. Lopunny. 5 out of 5.
You know what? I will also give it a 5 out of 5. Would fuck again.
It's not that hot.
I don't know. There's something about it.
Look at those
There's
thighs,
something.
Harry.
Look at that pose, right? Look at how like I don't want to get horny on main here, but you know what I'm saying, right? You know what I'm saying.
I don't know. I think Baneri's just simple like design, and then Lopunny like I don't like the big ears or that big ear flap. I don't think it's a particular. I don't really like the design. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to give it a 3.
Fair enough.
I mean, the 5 is a bit of a meme. It's just a 4. But yeah, in terms of your it's got sexy thighs with like knee-high boots, and it's also wearing fluffy handcuffs. Like
it's fluffy handcuffs that also
I think
try and give it like a
massive
pit
ears.
like in the silhouette.
Can't get past the giant ears.
I don't know. I feel like they. I don't know, something about it. It's like it's almost wearing like a gown or something. I want to say, except it's big fluffy ears. Very cute. And if you thought Lopunny wasn't horny enough,
wait, I want to see this
no.
one. What is this?
All right. Do you want to save it or not?
Nah, click on it.
They gave it ripped tights for the design.
Again,
it's not as good
ears.
The ear, it's like braids, and I don't like the pose as much because it's it's like high kicking, whereas the other one was all cute like. But I don't know, just the fact that they fully leaned into the horniness and gave it rip tights is just like, damn, what are you doing? This is a kid's game, Nintendo man.
I don't know. I guess anyway, I'm more of a Gyarados kind of guy. But
Alright.
Miss Magius.
Miss Magius is really cute.
I like it. It doesn't evolve from another Pokemon.
From Misdreavus, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I think of this Pokemon. Is it Fatina, the gym leader? She has one, and it's really powerful Pokemon. It can completely fuck you up if you're not slightly over leveled. I love the witch's hat. It's cute.
Yeah,
I remember it's a little bit mean as well. I think it's a pretty solid 4. Yeah, it's Magius.
Yeah, it's a solid 4 for me as well. I love the way the you've got that kind of lighter purple that sort of blends into the darker purple. That kind of two-tone.
Yeah, almost like flames.
Really works throughout.
The one thing I never liked when I was younger is the fact that it looks like it's swallowed something and it's gotten stuck in its throat. But I think that's kind of grown on me, so I'll give it a 4.
I kind of wish it had more of a psychic typing to it, just because.
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels
like
like a
that might
Pokemon
work.
that's like magic is part of its design. And
it's the magical girl Pokemon. But anyway, on to Honchkrow.
It's got a hat. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, these 2 Pokemon with hats back to back. We are lucky. Evolves from Murkrow.
I remember not loving Murkrow, but I think Honchkrow kind of redeems it a little bit. I think I'll give it a 3 just because I feel like I'm slightly overrating these Pokemon. But 3 works.
It's the big boss Pokemon. How can you not love it?
I'm gonna go for 4. I like the colours and the
the colours really work. It's kind of got like a Braviary-esque colour scheme with that dark blue and red, and white and yellow. But I think it's really cool. I'll give it a 4. You ready to move on to Glemio?
Yep.
Very cute, very regal. I like the spring in its tail, but I wish the colours were a bit more interesting other than just grey and kind of off pink. But it's
I think that sort of off pink on the eyebrows, eyelids, is just weird.
I don't know. I like it. It's got a little feather duster tail. That's kind of cute. I'll give it a 4 because it's a cat and I can't. I'm biased. I'll admit that.
I'm going 3.
3 seems pretty much fair. I like this more because this is this is a sexy Pokemon.
Oh, look at it! Why did?
It's a big fat ugly cat, and it's mean. And the first member of Team Galactic you face has it.
Has one.
I think it packs a pretty good punch. I think it
has
serves its purpose
messes you up.
of being a heal, which I think Pokemon needs heals. If the rival team have got to have some gross Pokemon, and Perkly is like a perfect example of that. I'm giving it a 4. I'm sticking up for Perkly.
I'm sticking with a 3.
Yeah, I think a 3 is fair. I appreciate what you're saying, Harry, that sometimes you just need an evil, ugly-looking Pokemon to fill a certain role. But I can't help but feel like I don't want it when I look at Perugly. Like I'm like, oh, what's going on? What's going on over here? There is something neat about it, though.
I've never run it in my team, but I like to use a fighting type move on it and be like, yes, fuck you, Perugly.
And then you just beat the shit out of it.
It would claim another Pokemon's nest as its own if it finds a nest sufficiently.
Yeah, this Pokemon's a fucking bitch. Oh my god. Alright, there's a neat thing that you can't really see in this image, but like the way its tail works is it like loops around and comes back into its body and works as like kind of a corset that like comes onto it, and you can sometimes it like comes loose, and you can see that it's just like it's pinching its silhouette at the moment, but when it comes off, it just becomes obese. But yeah, kind of interesting, but also ugly. But again, can't blame them too much because that's what they were going for.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it exists. It looks like a bell. Looks like it makes a sound when you rattle it about, but kind of not really doing much. I'll give it 3. Jono, any thoughts about this Pokemon whose name is a bit too close to a racial slur, so I'm not going to say it?
Yeah. Well, the feeling is like scrolling down and seeing that this is what they put before Chimecho. It's always felt to me that Chimecho needed something to evolve into rather than something to evolve into it. So yeah, I'm giving it a 3.
I had no idea they were from different gens, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Let's get through
Donkey
these.
though.
I mean, again,
Has
it's
got
a
a
heels.
nutsack for a face. 2.
I'll give it a 3.
Yeah, I'm going 3.
Nothing to say about that.
To be this is cooler. I like personally like how its tail as its hair. It's
I feel like
it's
that
got
works.
that like Trump design that like
Yeah.
to for the villain Pokemon. Poison Dark's a good combo. Again, it's the second member of Team Galactic Fight has it. I think I'll give Scum Tank a 4. 4 from me.
I'll give it a 3. It does look kind of menacing, kind of evil, but I don't really want one.
Yeah, I'll go for 3.
Alright. I have beef with the Bronzor because it kind of sucks. I don't like it. It's annoying to fight. It's like a floating shield. It makes a stupid noise. I'm like, it's like unknown. I'm like, fuck you.
Wait,
it's just
a Pokemon with an annoying noise, you say?
Oh god. Whilst he's getting that up,
I'm
gonna give Bronzor a 1.
I'm joining you on the 1 spot.
What an annoying sound. I don't know, it kind of fits though. It's made out of metal. I'll give it a 3. I think I appreciate what they're going for. It looks like an ancient, strange relic of some kind, but it's a steel psychic type that isn't the Metagross line. So what are you doing? You ready to move on?
Yeah, I mean Bronzong for me is also a 1.
Bronzong.
I just really don't like this line at all.
Yeah,
It's
just like I feel like I'd use it to open a bottle of wine.
I don't know. I kind of like how alien it looks. Like how much of like a wait a second. How well that's Honchko. Fuck. It's auto playing. It's going through all of them. I can't stop it. Like it just looks like some strange artifact of some kind. I guess it's a bell. It tells me that it's not that strange an artifact. I'll give it a 3. I never really used it because it doesn't have. I don't know. It's kind of strange that the face is so low down in its body, but I don't know. There's something about it.
Alright, let's get through these baby Pokemon quick so we get to the good ones.
Bonsly, it's cute enough. 3.
Yeah, suit. Again, like I don't like the idea of baby Pokemon, but this is a cute one. Like they're mostly cute. 3.
Yeah, I'll also go 3.
Mime Junior is really adorable. I think it's more than Mr. Mime deserves to have such a cute pre-evolution. I'll give
Mr. Mime is a paedophile, so it's slightly disappointing that there's a child anywhere near it.
I mean, every paedophile was once a child, Jono. That's the thing you got to worry about. they know how to think like a child. Anyway, 4.
I'll go 3.
I'll go 2. 2 from me.
PD. Pre-evolution to Chansey. You get given it as an egg at some point. Cute enough. I'll give it a 3.
Yeah, it's cute. I'll give it a 4.
I think a 3.
Chatot, another music themed Pokemon, but it doesn't really go anywhere because it's a single stage evolution.
Well, this is like the Spearow Fearow like other flying type, or and there's just one, or when there's a flying type that doesn't evolve into anything, so you're like, this has no purpose. At least it's like a cool idea, but nah, it's a 2, I think.
I'll give it a 3.
Yeah, I'll also give it a 3.
Well, fuck. No, I don't want to play Pokemon events. No. Oh man.
Spiritomb is so cool. I mean,
yeah.
That weakness fairy didn't used to be there.
That doesn't exist in
it.
canon.
It's like a really cool process.
Yeah.
It was really hard. But Cynthia has one. It's the first Pokemon she brings out. I think it's a 5. It's cool how it is coming from the rock.
Yeah, it's like a. It really does look like a ghostly spirit just appearing, and I think the you can't see it in this image obviously because it's obscure, but there's like a little face on the stone thing that it is. I like the idea that the stone part doesn't really move. It's just the ghost part, which is this crazy green and pink sort of pinwheel like design, I think I might agree with a 5. Yeah, I'm gonna give out a whole fucking lot of them coming up.
I'm gonna give it a 4 because I mean I am a sucker for ghost and dark combinations, but I don't know. I think it's sort of too hard to get my head around. That it just sort of feels like, yeah, this is kind of like a cloud of stuff, and there's this rock that's near it.
Fair enough. Gibble, adorable. Look at that little shark.
The idea of a land shark, when someone like showed you where to get Gibble and you're like, oh, this is so cool. And then you'd always feel like not that you're cheating. The fact that Cynthia's like best Pokemon is a Garchomp. The fact that you could like get one somehow is like almost feels like a pseudo legendary.
It is.
And Gibble's so cool.
Yeah.
It was a 5, definitely. This entire line is a 5, and the next.
I'll give it a 4, but a high 4.
I think I'll agree with a 5. I like that it's all head and jaw, but it kind of works in a way that Sharpedo didn't. It looks very cute, but it also looks like it'd bite your hand off if you were a bit too friendly with it. And that there's like the jet sort of ear type design that goes through this line. Very cool. 5. Right, John, did you want to say anything else about Gibble?
No.
Okay.
I like how all of these are on things that, well, biting sort of ideas. So you've had Nibble, we've got Bite now, we're going to move on to a Chomp.
Yeah, good naming convention. I like that it's getting a more like upright sort of design that really comes into its own with Garchomp, but I don't know. I feel like it's probably one of the best like mid-stage Evos in existence, right?
Well, if this was the final version, you'd still be very happy, I think.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's just because I know I'm just chomping at the bit to get Garchomp that I'm like, okay, bite, fuck off,
But it takes so long to evolve.
It does take so long.
You've got to get used to it.
Takes an eternity.
As part of your team. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's a 5 again.
I think I might just have to give it a 5. Look at all the spiky bits on it. It's so cool. It's so cool.
I'm also going to give it a 4. It just kind of looks like a shark is eating the arse of this dinosaur.
Fair enough.
All right. It's like a Slowbro.
Let's get into it. Damn! Look at it. That's like a nightmare. That's like a true beast.
It's the yellow that makes it, I think.
The yellow and red.
I know Johnny doesn't like things coming off the arms, but it really works in this design. when Cynthia has one, you're like, oh my god, I'm fucked. Until you learn that you can just hit it with an ice type move, or do what I do. You just like you get the amulet coin as early as possible, put it on for every encounter in the game, and then just buy enough revives and full heals to exhaust Garchomp's entire move pool. This is how I play the Pokemon. That's how I get through those games in less than like 20 hours, by being massively under-leveled and then just grinding out Cynthia's Garchomp. But Garchomp is so cool. I mean, the fact that the cave you find it in, you get Earthquake, and Garchomp running Earthquake, it's so good. It really is just deserves the 5. It's maybe if we decided it's a pseudo legendary, it's probably my favorite pseudo legendary.
Yeah, it's such a powerful and sleek design. It's like right on the edge of like being a bit too much. It still seems really clean and fast and almost elegant in a way. And just the idea that they were like, Land Shark X Jet Plane as a design. It's like I don't want to fuck with him. I don't want to fuck with him at all. I'm scared. Look at him.
I think for me it does sort of tick over into the sort of overdone.
You're gonna love Mega Garchomp then.
Oh. Yeah, it's we know already my problem with like weirdly long things going off of like outer arm bits, and them just sort of being kind of spike things is something I'm not that much of a fan of. And the sort of yellow star sort of, well, the egg that has been cracked on his sort of nose. And the weirdness of the like things coming off the side, it's a 4 from me.
Oh, fair enough.
Okay.
But like the bits I haven't mentioned are very strong. Like I like
Yeah.
the tail and the spikes and
Yeah.
the rough shaping of it, apart from the head.
So the Gibble Gabite Garchomp line is obviously a 5, and the Riley Lucario line is obviously also a 5. And we've got, for some reason, Munchlax is in the middle of it, but Munchlax is also a 5. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because I hate baby
it's like-
Pokemon. I'll be the first person to tell you baby Pokemon are a waste of time. But taking Snorlax, which is like one of my favorites of all time, it's just a fat boy, and giving like the bit like puppy fat,
Like the
younger
like
version,
chunky 10-year-old, that's eating too much Mountain Dew and Doritos.
Yeah, I love how
version.
it almost grows, so like the kind of the pale part of its bottom half kind of becomes its face.
Mm.
But I love how it looks like it's wearing a mask. It's think about the eyes
Mhm.
and the ears are cute. It's got a little skirt. It's like Homer, you know, where he gets like even fatter and he starts working from home and he starts wearing that like maternity
it's like
clothing.
working from home. He's like us with fucking coronavirus.
You know, yeah. Reminds me of Munchlax, and Munchlax in the name as well, like Munchlax. It's like so cute. It's definitely a fun.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I think I agree. I think it does deserve a 5. This is where we have splurged so many 5s on this run of Pokemon.
It's a 2 from me though. I
Really?
do not like this, and I think it is like I might even I am
Holy
going to give
fuck.
it a 1 actually for its association with Snorlax. It just doesn't feel right. I
Guy.
dislike the sort of jagged edge along the bottom, and we've already discussed my problem with just having a line where you like have 2 different colours. It just it's just trying to be something it isn't.
I don't know. I feel like they work it in to make it a natural. Like it looks like it was always there, which is what you want when you create a pre-evolution. In my
To
opinion.
me, it looks very much like a later edition.
Okay. I was going to say something about Munchlax, and I've forgotten it. Oh yeah, this Pokemon is 0.6 meters tall, yet it weighs 105 kilograms. It's eating black holes over there. Riolu, adorable. Look at it, adorable.
It's very cute. I mean, you've obviously to get it. You've seen the Lucario at this point, because you've been hanging around with like the coolest character in the Pokemon game, and he's giving you an egg, and then this hatches out of it, and you know what's coming. But it's still very cute. I mean, you don't have the steel yet, which I think is one of the reasons Lucario is one of the best Pokemon. I think it might be Tony's favorite Pokemon. So I'll let him talk more. But really, it's a 5 from me.
Yeah, I think I agree. I love the mask. That it's like this sort of cute like fox type Pokemon, but it already starts with like the upright sort of body shape to it. He just looks like he's feisty. Got some energy about him. I like that they throw in that they're like really sensitive to emotions, and their ears do this weird like jingling thing where they sense, I don't know, psychic power and auras. Ooh. Which is pretty neat. And also it evolves into Lucario. Look at it. Jono, what are your thoughts on Riolu?
I think I'll give it a 4. I don't know. I think it's because it is a good design, but it doesn't quite do anything to get over that sort of. It feels like it has to do something special to be a 5 for me.
Yeah, fair enough.
Rilo just doesn't quite do.
Lucario though, oh my god, look at it. Look at how cool Lucario is, guys. Look at it. Look at it. You seeing what I'm seeing?
Yeah.
This is like an Egyptian god ex WWE wrestler.
I've never noticed the baggy shorts it has before.
Yeah, very. It's with like spikes on its hands and chests. What more do you want? Ex Naruto in there as well. It looks like a shonen anime protagonist.
One beef with Lucario is that
that everyone loves him because he's great.
No, 'cause I think everyone should love it because it's a great Pokemon. It's the fact that the best starter in this generation, in my opinion, is Chimchar, and like you can't really have 2 fighting types on your team.
Yeah, fair enough.
And they've got like slightly similar designs with that. The color of his chest, it just reminds me too much of it. So
I mean,
I feel like if Chimchar wasn't in this game, it probably would be one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. But I just don't use it that much. Also, you get it quite late, and it's like level 1, so you really have to grind to like make it.
You have to put the work in. You have to earn it. God, and the name Lucario, real cool.
But it's cool. I mean that's what it is. I love the ears, the kind of the sphinx, the fighting metal sphinx. Like first, it's a very subtle steel type, but I love the spikes on it. It's pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and great move set as well. It can do special attacks and physical attacks really well. And it's one of those Pokemon that immediately makes you think like, fuck, 4 moves is not enough because it learns so many cool ones that I want all of them. But yeah, it's very very cool. I'll give it a 5, obviously.
Yeah, I was on the board between a 4 and a 5, and I think it does just dips into that 5 for me.
Great. And to those of you out there who are like, oh, Lucario, he's popular, so I can't like him. Die.
I think because as a Charizard hater, they haven't spammed Lucario as much.
That's true.
When I mean, we get into the next 2 gens and Lucario still being like the face of the franchise, it might start to go away. I think it's just that Charizard has been the cool one since the 90s.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. Hippopotas, oh man. This makes me sad that the run of amazing Pokemon has stopped. But it's still kind of cool.
The eyes.
Well, this Pokemon is literally the eyes emoji. Oh my god. It makes me like it more.
I think it's a 3. I think it's an okay ground type, not that anyone would ever use it.
Yeah, I agree with that. 3. Jono?
2. I take some gripes at its design, so that makes it a 2.
It's got the army camo pen. That's interesting. Powdon. Yeah, that's a big hit. Sand Hippo. I get what they were going for. Okay.
I get it, yeah, but I just kind of don't. I don't know. There's something with having random paws that are just pouring out sand that just makes it a kind of disgusting design.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I'll stick with the 2 for this one.
I'll give it
2 is very fair for this one. I hate when something like sand is part of the Pokemon. It's just no. I don't like Torkoal because the smoke is part of the 3D model, and this is another example of that.
I'll give it a 3. Scorpius, pretty cute.
I don't know. I don't know if a poison bug can be that cute. It's just it just feels like an annoying Pokemon to me. It's not got a pronounced element enough. Maybe if its eyes are a bit bigger, I think it's cute. But to me, it's a 2. It's not my favorite.
I'll give it a 3 because it seems an alright bug. I
I'll
think it evolves into. Does it evolve into?
Its evolution is quite good. I do quite like its evolution.
Yeah, I will say I like the segmented sort of design of it. That works pretty cool. I'll give it a 3. Drapion. There are better images of it, but it is just a pretty cool, strong, and imposing scorpion type thing. Pretty neat.
It's nice to see them do something.
Scorpion.
Do something more with bugs, really.
By just dropping the typing.
Yeah. Because you don't need it, but still, it does look quite powerful.
I'll give it a 3.
Yeah, I think 3 is completely fair.
Well, yeah,
and I think
give it a 3 as well.
Krogunk is also a 3. It's just
I don't know.
Poison frog fighting type. I like how its cheeks inflate. I like its usage in the anime was kind of fun when I was a kid.
I think they do a lot more compared to Poliwhirl and Politoed. They put so much more character into Krogunk, so I'm gonna give it a 4. And I really like the colours as well.
I'm giving it a 2 kind of for that reason that it just seems overdone. It's just it's got this weird effect with its teeth. It's got what looks like bandages going around its chest, and its middle fingers are red. It's too much going on.
It jabs you with those fingers though. Well, I don't know. It looks poisonous, and it's got a little dopey little smile. Those what are you doing eyes.
Such
But
an
anyway.
exciting shape.
If we're talking about overdone, I think Toxicroak is a little bit too much.
I don't know.
I don't think it works. I think they tried to give it a core, but it's just a big circle. It's not got that core gemness to it. It's a little bit too big. I don't know. It looks kind of goofy. It's like Psyduck to Golduck. That kind of. Maybe it's just because the way it's standing, it's reminding me of that. But, I think I'll give this one a 2. I think I agree with Johnny on this one.
No, I think
I'll give it a 3. I think this is better than.
Yeah, I think they make it look like way more, imposing. But I like that they do break up that silhouette by not making it too humanoid with that big inflatable poison sac thing. I like that his middle fingers become knives. It's the ultimate fuck you Pokemon. This is my one. Doing them every gen. Shout out to Xander because this is his favorite from this gen. So if you're watching this, hello. Pretty cool. I'll give it a 4.
Yeah, I like how the bandages have now become a nappy for this Pokemon.
all right. Carnivine. Carnivine. Carnivine kind of sucks.
Yeah, 2.
Oh, yeah, 2.
I think it's a 3. I kind of like it's got a largeness to it. I like the teeth a lot. I think it might just be because I kind of like the piranha plant in general. The idea that they made a Pokemon of it, and it looks kind of cute. Was an interesting choice. I'll give Carnivine a 3.
Anyway.
And you know how much I hate average water types. But Finneon is just so cute. I think it's the little bit of mascara it's got on.
Yeah. I think it's very cute and elegant, but it is quite boring. But it's still, I don't know. I still feel like it's a good design, which kind of confuses me.
I like the butterfly tail. I think the
yeah.
go well together. I think it's a 4. I think it's very cute.
It's so much better than Goldie, worlds better.
I'm gonna give it a 4. I think this is the best, just its a fish sort of design. I think it's because I really enjoy the colouring on the pink and the way it sort of works with that blue. And counter to my previous arguments about usually there just being a flat line around a Pokemon, it works in this one, that sort of divide between the black and the pink.
I think it does it in 2 stages, right? It goes from light blue to pink to black, which is really cool. I really like the design, but I also feel when I'm thinking about my favorite Pokemon, I will never be Finneon, because it's kind of just a fish. But I don't know. I'll give it a 4. Harry?
Yeah, I gave it a 4, but I think this is I don't know. I thought it was good, but it doesn't look that good. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it's a bad image.
Yeah, I think it looks a little bit derpier with the blue. It kind of loses some of the majesty and the sleekness that Finneon does. But I think
very smug in the eye and mouth.
I think it's a slight downgrade. I think it's probably a 3.
Yeah, I'll give this one a 3 as well. This was the one Pokemon that I could not find to complete the regional Pokemon decks, because I'm when am I going to remember the fact that Luminion exists? Mantike, pretty cute, but also kind of what's the point? As all these baby Pokemon are.
I
don't. A 3. I like the colours.
It's cute and giving a little wave, but I'll give it a 3.
I think it's a 2. Tony.
Yeah.
And what would you give Manakite, by the way?
I'll give it 3.
Nice. Okay, I know we've talked about Pokemon Cries, but Snover has the best one. Come on.
Oh, give us a play, Harry. Oh, that's quite sweet.
I think the only problem with Snover is A, it's very slow, and B, look at all those weaknesses. you'd be stupid to use it.
Oh my god, being a Snover is suffering.
Yeah, it's slow and it's weak, but I love grass and ice as a combo. I love the noise. I love it. I love the design. I think it's really grown on me. How it's kind of a very different Pokemon. If you don't like triangles, you're not going to enjoy it. But I think Snover as this ice plant is with a little bowl cut. I think it's a 4. I think it's very cute.
Yeah, I think I'll agree with that. But I like the little mountain sort of ridge in its hairline. That's pretty neat. But
I'll go for a 3 because I'm not too much of a big fan of the sort of kind of Easter egg pattern going around it, and then a weak kind of mounted on top. I
Fair
like
enough.
the idea of combining ice and grass, but yeah, it creates so many weaknesses.
Oh,
I mean, this
no.
was I think in my off the top of my head, this was the first gen that had like an ice type area, like a city
Yeah.
or and it was a real trek to get up. And I remember like
It's
Snowbird
so far.
and a Bomb of Snow. A Bomb of Snow is very cool. I wish it didn't have as many weaknesses as it did, because I might try and run it.
Yeah,
But I think it's
yeah.
awesome.
This
I think it's a cool.
this was the generation for a bit where I tried to have a party where it was like all ice types, because this was like the first Pokemon game where you could really do that, and so I tried having a Bomber Snow, but yeah, all those weaknesses. I'll go for a 4.
Johnny, if you ran a Pokemon team with all ice types on Pokemon Diamond, and you came to Flint in the Elite Four, he would still give you no trouble because he has no fire type.
Oh yeah, if you're a fire type fan, this gen has not been giving you any love so far.
Well, very soon actually, I think we're going to get onto the Platinum editions. I think they did add a few more fire types in Platinum. But yeah, very little so far.
I think I'll give it just a 3. I'm not a fan of the body shape, but I appreciate they were trying to make a big Yeti monster type thing.
This is a
time
5,
Darren's turned on.
This is a 5. I like
Yeah.
Sneasel, but giving Sneasel like a more powerful form with the gem, and I think it's really cool. I like how I think Cyrus it has one that's like his best Pokemon. Dark Ice is like a really cool combo. I mean, it's kind of you have to wait late game to get it, but I think it's really sick.
Yeah, I'll give it a 4. I like that sort of headdress. I think it makes it look pretty cool.
I really like the sort of design, the sort of powerful look it sort of has, and that sort of almost like elegance with the like headdress and stuff like that.
All right.
But I think it is just a 4, I think. But
Wait.
I do really like this design.
Before we move on, I just want to say we've come to the point now where I think after Weavile, the success of Weavile and Pokemon, I think it was in Diamond and Pearl. I'm not sure. Maybe it was just a Platinum edition. It's so good I've put it in my head as a Diamond and Pearl. But they try and give a lot of classic 2-stage Pokemon a third evolution now. And I completely understand if people just think these are shit, because they probably are. But I have I have the nostalgia of like I thought they were kind of cool when I was younger. I was like, yeah, this is a cool idea. So I'm definitely going to give it back to things like Magnezone, which is so dumb, more credit than it deserves. But it's like a UFO, but it's got like Magnemite shoulders.
It's just ugly, and I mean, I haven't really been much of a fan of the previous ones, but I don't know, there felt to be something in those designs before, and then this is just so large and clunky, and it just kind of takes away everything that I could have liked about the previous ones. That this is a 1 for me. This is like, I looked at it and was like, oh my god, I think it's why I ended up using the previous electric we had before, because I was feeling I wanted to use an electric Pokemon, and there just aren't any good choices for me from an aesthetic point of view. Power-wise, these are great, but like aesthetically, I hate them.
So Magnemite is a 1 because that's just one of it, and then Magneton is a 3. And then Magnezone is also a 3, because as you can see, there are 3 eyes. So there's 3 Magnemites in there.
Yeah, I think I'll agree with the 3. I don't know. I like the UFO kind of vibe. Again, bring it back in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Magnezone, he's the feds. He's the police officer, and he rides around with some Magnemite, and I think that really works because of the blue and red and the magnets. So I think that's pretty neat. But I don't know. I appreciate what they were doing by trying to fuse them all together, but maybe they could have done it in a way that was a bit cooler. I don't know. Licky.
This is a 5. I mean, it's just. I know you said Bidoopa's a HM slave, but if you've got class, Licky is a HM slave, because it's like the coolest. It's the coolest HM slave you can have. And the name Licky, giving Lickitung an evolution called Licky, and look at it. It's so obviously a 5.
Lickitung is just so much better.
I mean, Lickitung is also a 5, but Licky is 5 for me.
I don't know. I appreciate that you get Wi-Fi when you're around Licky. Again, this line is something that confuses me on like a strange level that I don't really understand. But I don't know. I kind of get the like, almost like it's wearing like a collar or like a bib of some kind. It's got a little quiff. I'll give it just a 3.
I'll stick with a 1. Like going through these editions that are worse.
This
I
one's
want
kind
to
of
like,
goofy.
I want to like it, but I actually think it's really bad. I actually think it sucks quite a bit. I hate its posture and its silhouette. It's so bleh, so blobby.
Yeah. Like the arms are an interesting idea, but this sort of like copper armor just.
Yeah, it's because it evolves by being traded with an item that is just looks like that orange plate thing. So it like incorporates it into the design, but it doesn't look that great. It just looks like kind of tacked on. It makes him look very round in like not a good way, in like a kind of like a big egg shape. It sucks real bad.
Yeah, I
But
think it's
Rhyperior is such a cool name.
It's probably a 2.
Yeah, I'll give it a 2.
I'm going 1. I'm sticking with the theme here unless something impresses me.
Tangrowth.
He's still a 1.
It's going for a big high 5, John. Are you going to leave him hanging? Actually, it's a big high 3, so I'm giving Tangrowth a 3.
Oh, it's just 2.
I think it's a 3. Like again, I appreciate what they're trying to do with this. Maybe it's not the best idea, but there's just a lot of spaghetti in that. You know, it's a lot more Tangela, and I like how it's like
it loses the definition that Tangela has on
That's
those,
true. I feel
those
like
things.
I feel like this Tangela is more wiry, whereas this is like kind of just big and blobby. But I think it's still alright.
The darkness in Tangela sort of implies you don't know what's going on under there, whereas with Tangrowth it's just like, yeah, no, it's a big black thing. I don't know, it just takes away some of the mystery I had around Tangela.
Oh well. On to Electivire. Electivire is actually pretty good. I think it looks quite imposing. I feel like it makes some sense out of this line.
This is the
really
one
understand
where
it.
Feels like, I think this is the one that like feels like a more natural evolution chain. It doesn't feel as forced. I think it's even the best one in this line, to be honest. Which I never thought I'd say. I think I'll give it a 4.
I'll give it a 4.
I'll give it a 3. I remember it being worse. But yeah.
This fucking.
It's just too much of an egg.
Yeah.
It's arms that are mostly empty.
I think it's the way the lips have evolved. The egginess and those knees. I love the cannon arm, so I can't give it any lower than a 3. But I don't know. It's not a great design, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I think it makes me like Magmar more, actually, looking at it, because that at least the yellow pattern was a bit more defined, and this is just an Easter egg. Yeah, like Harry said. But do you like the cannon arm and the shoulder pads quite a bit? And it doesn't have a weird butt thing on its forehead. I don't know. I'll give it a 2.
Yeah, it's still a 1 from me.
Back to the 1.
This is the best one.
Hey, yeah, this is a 5. This is finally done.
It's beautiful.
It's just a big circle with the smiley face. I love how the egg has now become this. And obviously Togetic, is a flying type, but then just to be like, oh no, it's a big plane. I like how Cynthia, in her like downgrade from Diamond Pearl to Platinum, gets a Togekiss, and the egg you now get given is a Togepi, so you can have a chance to get one. It evolves through friendship. It's very cute. Obviously, it wasn't a fairy type originally; it was a normal type. But yeah, it's a 5 from me.
Yep, very adorable. Just a nice bounce of colours. I'll give it a 5. Yeah. Yanmega. Well, it's Yanma, but like an ancient form. Yeah, what they do with Yanma and Piloswine is they like, if you make them relearn ancient power, you get like a sort of ancient version of that animal, and it levels up and it evolves into Yanmega and Piloswine. You know what I'm talking about. Which is a cool idea, but I don't think the designs are like amazing or anything. It just kind of looks like a more powerful Yanma, which is good because you now have a reason to get it. Yeah, but it does the job, but it's not unique enough. So I would give it just a 3.
I think it's a 2 actually. I think it's kind of weak. It loses cuteness. I don't think it's as prominent. It's not weird enough or new enough. I don't know. It kind of sucks.
I'll give it a 4. I quite like some of the intimidation I feel it has.
What did you give Togekiss, Tony?
I give it a 5.
Nice.
Leafeon is my favorite evolution.
Ooh,
it really
that's
is.
Good, yeah.
I really like it a lot. It definitely has one of the 2 kind of colours of Eevee, and then you kind of get the leaves coming off it. I love that you can get it very early on, and the way you level them up is by rocks. To me, the 2 evolutions in this game just feel like is kind of normal and natural as the original ones. So much so that I actually kind of dislike a lot of the original. So Umbreon and Espeon are awesome. Umbreon actually might be the best one. And then Leafeon and Glaceon are great. Jolteon's good, and I can kind of give or take the rest. Yeah, 5 from me.
Yeah, I'll also go a 5.
I don't know. I feel like I don't want to give this entire run from Umbreon through to Glaceon, all those 4, right? All 5s. But it is a really strong design. I think the way the grass blends into it is like the ears and the hair work really well, and the tail. But I think I'll just give it a 4. That's because there are so many good evolutions. And I'm like this one. Look at it. It's got little braids coming out of its. Look at that. Little icicle braids. This one's definitely a 5.
Yeah, 5.
I'll also go 5, yeah.
God, look at it.
Well, I think I might prefer Leafeon, but yeah, no, 5.
Such an elegant design. The little diamonds that just let you know that it's like a crystalline being thing. It's got the same sort of pose as Umbreon, which, is good. Gliscor.
I remember this being better. I'll give it a 3 just because I like that it can learn Guillotine. And ground flying is a very fun combo.
I agree with a 3. Looks kind of strong. I like the body shape, but I don't know. Not too much.
Yeah, I'll also go for a 3. But I do feel, I don't know, I recently went through all my old Pokemon cards, and I think I saw Gliscor, and the image I have on my Pokemon card I think is much better.
Yeah, I think that might be a bit too static a pose for it. But that's fine. I'll be honest, this is just fucking Manny from Ice Age. They could have done way more with this. It's just kind of boring.
Yeah.
I'll give it just a 2.
I think it's not bad. I kind of like the additional colour.
It's not bad. It's not offensive, but I don't know.
I'll give it a 3.
A bit bland. A bit bland. Wasn't really.
I think I had a toy of it, which makes me kind of like it more. Big 3 as well.
I'll go for 4. It sort of edges over that sort of line for me.
Where's his mouth? You got no mouth, don't need one. Fair enough. Porygon Z. Look at this strange alien beast. Look at it. Look at how that's going to come in through my audio.
I don't like this line particularly.
Whoops, that's fucked up my audio. But anyway,
I don't really like this line. I think I might have given the other 2 1s. But I think Porygon Z is kind of cool.
What?
I think it's a 3 actually.
I don't know. I think I want to give it a 4. Maybe just because the ability, adaptability, and it being a normal type means you can use Hyper Beam and just be ridiculously powerful. But I like the idea that it's like the slow progression of technology, and then it just goes like insane. Like it gets a bit too powerful. Like something goes a bit wrong with Porygon Z that I really like. Like it's a corrupted like texture file or something. I really like that. I'm giving it a 4.
I'll go for a 3, I think.
Okay.
Okay, Gallade is awesome. It's got a sword arm.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yes.
It can learn false swipe. So in Pokemon Sword and Shield, I'm using it as like it feels wrong, but it's like a class traitor. It's like I have a level 100 Gallade that's using false swipe and like helping me round up the final few Pokemon to catch them. But I don't know. I love how you kind of have a male alternative to Gardevoir. Although I miss the ability to have male Gardevoirs. Maybe you still can, because I found that's kind of cool. But Psychic Fighting, great combo. Sword Arm, like I said, I love the little bits of red on it. Yeah, it's a 5.
I think I'll agree.
I'm also going for a 5. I'm a sucker for Psychic Fighting combination.
Very, very streamlined and elegant design.
The green, reds, and white is still a powerful color combination.
All right, on to this motherfucker.
I like this guy. He's so dumb. It's like they gave him a giant tash. His nose got even bigger.
Why?
He got a hat.
Why'd they do this?
It's like, what if I could make a Jewish caricature?
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Like, it's a bit.
Okay.
It's a bit.
It's the hat, the nose.
It's a little bit anti-Semitic.
Comfortable.
It's a little bit, yeah. Three small units called mini noses.
Wait, how far into this podcast are we gonna have for?
I'm
giving
40.
I'm giving it a 5 because I am an anti-Semite. There you go.
Oh no, I think we've got to say no to racism.
I wanted to bury that line in there.
I'll have a comment that will timestamp when you confirm it, so everyone can just click on, and it's a few seconds away. It's a 1. It's bad. It's bad.
Yeah, I think I agree, Jono. There's nothing good about it. There's nothing good.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah. Okay.
Even taking away the anti-Semitic undertones, it's just not a good design.
Why? Why put it in the game? Anyway, Dusknoir though pulls it back. Look at that! Look at that eye and the face on its stomach. This is the evolution of Dusclops that they added in. I'll give Dusknoir a 4. The dark grey and the light grey and the yellow. Good colours.
I have such a weird story about this Pokemon. Do you guys want to hear it?
Sure, shoot us.
After my anti-Semitism, I'm going to go into this. Right. So for some reason, my school, my school that I spent the first 7 years my education in, decided they were just going to publish a book, and every student was going to write an article for the book, up to a certain maybe up to year 2, and then so every page of the book could be someone else's writing, could be kind of anything. For some reason, my article was about it was, I wrote it before Platinum came out, and it was about a new Pokemon game that was gonna come out, and I wrote I invented a couple of new Pokemon, and this was before Dusclops had an evolution, so I created my own version of this. So when it came out, there was actually going to be one, I remember thinking that was really cool, and I really loved the design of it as well. I think the fact that I wanted an evolution from Dusclops when I was fucking 9 years old or something, maybe even 8, and then it being cooler than I could ever have drawn or imagined. I think it's a 5 from me. I didn't think it was gonna be, but just looking at it now. Also, it's got Noir in the name. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, I really like that its stomach can open up and drag you in. That's truly terrifying. I'm gonna give it a 4.
I'm gonna give it a 4. I like the sort of almost helmet look, the kind of flaps going around, sort of reminiscent of the previous one, even though I wasn't fully sold on that design. Yeah, but the weird mouth in the middle is I don't know, that is a bit weird for me, but I'll stick with the 4.
It's like a Tengen Topper Gurren Lagann mech with a face on the chest. Guys, I hate to do this again, but does anyone know what Pliant means before we go on to Frostlands? Is that just giant but spelt wrong?
No, well, I think it's Pliant. I feel like you can apply it to a lot of things. I don't know, it's like a kind of versatility type thing.
I'm looking it up. I'm Googling it.
No.
Okay, I see. So it's plying something. Okay, yeah. So it means easily bent. Well, that makes sense because its body snaps open when its mouth opens. Okay. I'm just stupid. Frostlass. Wow.
Love it.
That's a really cool design. It's like a sort of Japanese kimono type dress with a little bow, but it's just the head. Going into the torso, very cool, and it comes out of this line for some reason. but still.
Yeah.
I mean, I quite enjoy ghost Pokemon. It's just like showing up when you don't expect it. In any line, it's sort of like, oh well, I guess it died. Yeah, so I really enjoy the combination of Ice Ghost. And yeah, this was one of the mains I had, and was having this was one of the ones where I was like, well, there's also other cool ice type Pokemon. Maybe I could make my whole party ice now.
Yeah. I mean, I think a challenge like that would be pretty fun. Yeah, just doing like a monotype run of one of the gens. Yeah, just a very cool design. I like its sort of hair. It's got like a kind of smug look to it, like heh, like it's chuckling at you because it's just frozen you with something. Very cool.
Anyway,
Harry, what are your thoughts?
It's pretty good. I'll give it a 4.
I'll give it a 4 as well.
Alright, we really have to
Oh
speed
no!
up this.
5.
Oh no! Oh no!
We got to do every 4.
Yeah.
Alright, we just speed running it. Rotom is
Yeah.
a cool. It's motor backwards, lads. Well, hey,
3.
Oh.
4.
3.
4. Heat Rotom. Oh, it's just a fucking microwave.
2.
2.
Yeah, 2.
Oh, this is kind of better because it's funny. Its face. 3, I guess.
2.
Still a 2. Yeah.
I forgot there was a Frost Rotom. 2.
2.
I'll go 1.
Fan Rotom. I'm a fan of Fan Rotom. 3.
Yeah, on the iconic ones for me. Yeah, 3.
Can this one learn fly?
Mo Rotom. They made none of these existed last time I checked. I swear to Christ.
Got a 2.
That's fucking funny. It's
All right.
a fucking lawnmower.
This
3.
is a 5. I'm just coming out and saying it. It's a 5. Look at that. They made a lawnmower Pokemon.
You know what? Which one's my favourite? I quite. I don't know.
The fact that
I really like the idea of Rotom, but none of none of them sell it that well because they just rely on it like being the object, you know. But Mo Rotom, look at how cheeky that is. You know, I'll give it a 3.
The newer games have Rotom as like being the Pokedex and the phone and stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty
Like
neat.
that you use. It's like so you can just carry an additional 7th Pokemon with you all time.
But it doesn't like fighting.
Pokemon, I don't know. It brings up some questionable ideas of like slavery and stuff. When like mobile phones are just Pokemon.
I don't want to think about it too
When you're
much.
being sold
I don't want
Pokemon,
to.
it's weird.
I don't want to be looking at a Pokemon while I'm going on dodgydownloads.net in my spare time. Anyway, on to Uxie.
These kind of remind me of the Dreamers from Hollow Knight. Maybe because I've just got Hollow Knight in my mind. But these guys are the originals, and they kind of suck. I don't know. I don't really like them.
I don't know. I like Uxie with its closed eyes and its
This
like
is a-
dreamer-like appearance.
Yeah, this is a good image here, but I never thought any of them from the like sprites you see of them in the game, really. But I'll go for a 4 for this one.
Yeah, I'll agree with a 4.
I think it's a 3 just because I have bad memories of trying to catch them, and they've got such useless move pools. And yeah, I'll give them a 3, all of them. Mesprit, which is the next one, is like the cheekiest, and this is the roaming one, which is kind of annoying. But I also give it a 3 because it's probably the best design.
I'm going for a 3.
Yeah, I'll go for a 3 as well. It's probably my least favourite. Wait, you taught me how to feel sorrow? Bitch.
And pain.
Damn,
Actually, this is the one that I have the best memories of because this is the one.
yeah,
I
Ace
bought
Elf's
first.
really nice. I like it's almost like elf-like or like strange hats going on. I really like this one.
I'll go for 4.
Yeah.
I like the shock in its eyes.
Yeah. I'll give it a 4 as well. Harry, you're sticking with a 3.
Yeah.
Dialga.
Dialga's great. I mean, as someone who had Pokemon Diamond, I had a Dialga called Diamond because I didn't know how to spell Diamond.
Demon.
Oh yes.
Yeah, Dialga's great. I mean, Steel Dragon. Look at it. It's just so majestic, and I feel like it does control time. It's just like I love how they just went too far with the legendaries in this game. They gave us too many. Like they gave us God, and they gave us the beings that create like the fabric of the universe. But Dialga lives up to it. I'm like, yeah, this is definitely a 5. It's giant.
This
as well.
design is what like Pokemon legendaries are all about. I feel.
Yeah,
That's sort of...
I think you. Some people might say they're a bit much, but I think it really works. I love that this and Palkia, they look like an Aztec kind of inspired drawing, but like come to life, you know, in like a fully realized 3D sense. It looks like alien and all knowing and powerful. I'm giving it 5.
Yeah, I'm going for
got a call.
5. It looks cool and powerful.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. Palkia, I think I'll give it just a 4, just because I prefer the blue rather compared to pink. But still,
Actually, I think I forgot.
That's my feeling with the 4.
Yeah, I remembered Palkia being cooler. I think it doesn't have as much pink in its design as I wanted. Also, don't I never really got the water typing.
yeah, well, I guess water being, I don't know, what some people always say is that Palkia and Lugia should swap types. So give Palkia Psychic and give Lugia Water.
Definitely.
That might make more sense, but still, it's a pretty cool. I like that it's, you know, its neck is long. It's got this nice flow through its body.
Okay, we've talked about Heatran before.
Heatran, fuck off, Heatran. What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? They made too many legends, and they were like, we need Heatran to be in the mountain in this game that's named after Iron Man.
What is this? Why is this? What?
I kind of like the idea of catching it post game, even though if it does kind of suck. I think I'll give it a 3. Like it's still got the quality of like a well-designed Pokemon, but like when you think of it as being a legendary, that's what lets it down. So I'm just gonna view it as a normal Pokemon and give it a 3.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anything's just offensively bad about it, other than the part that I don't know, it's kind of strange that it doesn't have a neck. But I kind of like how its body continues into its jaw, and you can see it like at some points in the anime it climbs by like, it can climb on walls and ceilings because it like melts footholds into the ground, and like that's pretty neat. I'll give it 3.
Yeah, I'll go for 3.
It's a lava dome Pokemon.
I never loved the Regis, but this idea of like the great Reggie, I really like. Reggie Fils-Aimé. It's really great. I'm gonna give it a 4. I love the kind of moss on it and the coloring. I get that it wouldn't work for some people, but and also like that you find it at level 1 as well. It's really hard to get as well if you don't have like all the Regis from the previous games, which are hard enough to get, and then Pal Parking them over. You basically had to use hacks. But yeah, Regigigas are pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the face. I'm not a massive fan of the moss. I get what they were going for to make it look old, and I feel like the proportions could have been a bit better compared to the other Regis, which look like very streamlined and very powerful. But oh my god, wait, Jono, feel for time.
I feel like I'll go for a 3. I've simply not really got the Regis at all. But this is it's reasonably powerful design it's got there. I enjoy that its weight is 420.
We're having legendary creep a bit with these. It's like maybe it's a little bit too much.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, like they should be kept rare legendaries, and they did a bit too many of them. But also, speaking of Pokemon noises, this one's from the anime. Anyway, that goes on for like 30 seconds, but I kind of like that they sound like weird alien robot things, the Reggie line. I don't know what score I'm going to give it. 3.5. I'm not allowed to do that, am I?
Nah.
Pick a number, you coward.
I think I don't want to round up just because it's a legend and legends are cool, but that's what my gut is telling me to do. That feels really lazy.
Alright, giving it a 4. Come on, we got to keep going.
Alright, 4. Fuck it. I'm a child. If it's powerful in the game, I'll like it. Jono.
Yeah, I gave it a 3 whilst stalling.
Okay. Thank you, Jono.
We got 9 to go. And let's try and get them done in like 10 minutes. Alright.
Giratina is really cool.
Both versions are 5s. They're both great.
It's the devil as a
I'll
ghost dragon demon. What
Yeah,
is
I love
not to
that.
love?
I love that you're a
5.
12-year-old kid that goes into like hell and then just takes the devil, and then everyone's just like, yeah, this is fine. This is fine.
Yeah, look at the repeated sort of 6 theme in it throughout its design. 6 nails, 6 claws. It's look at its face is really cool as well. Like how it
wings.
Yeah, and it's like in the anime, it's like this jaw like opens up and closes at the back, and it does fucking hyper beam or some shit. Real cool. It's the renegade. Oh my god, when Ethan got caught up with some renegades, he meant he fought a bunch of Giratinas. Anyway, Cresselia.
Okay, Cresselia is like, at this point, it's like, I don't even know the purpose. I don't even know how you catch Cresselia, if it's like an event or something.
These are just event chilling Pokemon, I guess.
Yeah, I guess as the like inverse Darkrai, it's kind of cool. I'll give it a 4 because I really like the design. But to be honest,
yeah,
if I wasn't looking at
very
Cresselia,
flowy.
I would probably forget about it. I guess it's the equivalent of that song "Lucky" from OK Computer, where I'm like, when I'm listening to it, it's great, and then it just leaves in my mind.
Yeah, I'll give it a 4.
I'll give it a 3. I really like the head, but the rest just doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
It's the iPhone.
Like Manaphy, but not as good.
Yeah,
3.
It's a 3. Is this even a legendary?
Well, not really,
because 2. I think it's just kind of nothing really.
You get it from breeding Manaphy, which is really strange.
Manaphy again doesn't feel like a legendary to me. It's a 3. It just feels like an average Pokemon.
I feel like Manaphy's cute enough. Like I like what they're doing. That they made like a sort of aquatic themed weird fairy type this gen. And by fairy I mean, you know what I mean. I'll give it a 4.
Alright, Darkrai's the best. I love Darkrai so much. This is really my second favourite legendary after Mewtwo. And not just because it's holding its like 3 fingers up, which is also what Mewtwo's doing. But again, this is like Mewtwo got a great like film about it. I mean, it's probably not good. Like the Mewtwo film's bad. But I love that in the game there's that locked house that's like slightly terrifying in the city where the steel gym is, and the event which you have to hack to get unless you live in Japan, which I did. Is a really great event. I remember because I got an action replay, so I did catch every Pokemon in this game once I finished it. Darkrai I love the design. I love this like shadow thing that haunts your nightmares. It's got some great original moves. I love the design. I think it's great. It's one of my favorite Pokemon. It's a 5 definitely.
I don't think I've ever seen it before, but yeah, I've very quickly talked myself up from a 4 to a 5 in the brief moments I've been looking. It's a very good design, yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. I love all the wispy sort of accents on it. Just the fact that around its neck is like a collar that's like a big jaw that's red. And also, not visible in this, but sometimes it just has legs that are like very thin and very pointy, which also looks pretty cool. Strange that it's not ghost type. That's what everyone says, right? Why is it not ghost type? But it looks really cool, and I like it. 5. We have to rate them separately.
Oh, that's cute.
So Shaman and Shaman Skyform. Shaman's very cute. It's one of those legendaries that doesn't really feel like a legendary. I love how you kind of get it. I remember that being great. And the Skyform, I remember I got my DS case was the Pokemon Platinum case, which was the Shaman Skyform, which I don't think I ever got, but I like it for that. So I'm going to give both 4s. Shaman's probably a better design, but I've got the nostalgia for Skyform.
Yeah, I'll give them both 4s.
I'll also give them both 4s.
I think they're quite nice. I like the pink and green, very cute. I like how this one's a little nervous, whereas when it becomes into Skyform, it looks all upright and confident with nice wing-like ears.
Red bow around it as well.
All right, you ready to review God Lads?
Okay, this is where you're like, we're not doing every version of it because there's a lot of versions of it, right?
Oh well, I mean, the only thing that changes is the colors slightly, so I don't think it's worth.
It does change the type.
Even because. Yeah, and it's
so
it's
this is where this is the Phantom Menace I made Pontifar in a few places where they gave you a flute to catch God, I love the plate system that it can to change type. I think it's quite kind of a cool Pokemon. I really like the design. I think it's a 5 just because of the fact that it's that and it's God. And I just like to say I would like to say something about is it Arceus? Arceus? I'd like.
I think it's Arceus.
All right.
I call it Arceus.
If you guys
they say it one way in the film, and I've forgotten.
If you guys like talk about it, and then I'll give us like one final point, and then we can wrap the episode up.
Okay. Again with Dialga, it looks powerful. It looks like this sort of Aztec inspired, like strange godlike being. I love the gold and white. This is a really nice regal like color scheme for it, and the strange like legs on it. Like it's one of those Pokemon that you'd think would be a bit too much, but I feel like it pulls it together in this strange way. Yeah, I guess this is our creator. This created the fucking universe, and fair play to it. Jono, what are your thoughts on Arceus?
I feel like I like the design, but not the sort of weird kind of golden brace going around the middle of the stomach. That sort of loses some points for me. But other than that, it's a good design. So I think I'll give it a 4.
I think I feel like if this had any other lore associated with it, if it was just like a powerful type Pokemon, right? I would be like, okay, it's pretty cool. But the fact that it's literally God, it's literally the creator of the universe. I'm like, you know what? Fair enough. 5 out of 5. I ain't messing with this guy. I ain't messing with my chances of getting into heaven. It's the alpha Pokemon. Like, come on.
Fuck.
It's an alpha gamer, Jono.
I guess that's meaning like alpha is in first rather than just like it's.
Fair enough.
It believes in alpha and betas.
Can I go into
it's the Chad Pokemon? Yeah, Harry.
All right. The final point. Actually, before I make my final point and end the episode, I think we should just say what have you guys thought of Gen 4 overall?
It's quite good. There are a lot of very high highs in Gen 4, and it holds up despite, or not just because of nostalgia.
Johnny, what do you think?
Yeah, it was a better gen than I was expecting, I think, from my sort of memories of it. But I think that's because when I was first going into this, I had so much sort of love for the previous generations, and this was the first of what felt like the new generation to me. So I sort of felt it's that line where you stop really having much sort of what's the word
Nostalgia.
Yeah, nostalgia for them. But there were some better designs than I was expecting, and also some worse designs than I remembered. So yeah.
Nice. So obviously Gen 4 was like my first gen, so I've got a lot of nostalgia for them. Next one's gonna be Gen 5, which I'm currently playing through. So I'd hopefully like to finish, if I can actually finish that game before we start. It'd be nice, because I never actually. I was on my way to the shop to buy Gen 5, and I was in the shop and I had enough money for one game, and I brought Portal 2 instead of Gen 5, and I'm kind of glad I did that. So my final kind of thing I wanted to say about Arceus is that when you look at it and you realise that it is God and its category is Alpha, it really does remind me of Gendo Ikari, who tried to play God in Neon Genesis Evangelion. When he and Seela both tried to implement human instrumentality to kind of bring around the third impact. It reminds me of Arceus. It really does.
You know what? That makes sense. It definitely looks otherworldly. Like this is something you'd see in one of those weird dream bits in Neon Genesis Evangelion. Especially look, it's kind of like crosses right around it. That's pretty neat.
You can just imagine Arceus, like being a bad father, making you get in the fucking.
He has that look, the look that Gendo has, where he's like looking at you from underneath his glasses, like he's got his head tilted down, and he's disappointed at his son for not going inside Unit 01 or whatever.
Exactly.
I get that referenced watching the first few episodes, but
Okay, well,
Couldn't
I
let
think
it
that's
end without the Evangelion reference.
yeah. But I mean, I think we need to wrap this up,
Alright.
mostly because it's just 2 hours, like 4 minutes now, and I kind of need to piss.
Okay, we'll end it there. Thank you for watching.
Piss time.
Alright.
Piss time.
We're keeping that in.
Wait, Johnny, have you still got the video going? Wait, keep it going for like 3 more seconds and then you can end it. I just have to play something.
Alright. See ya.